Former President Donald Trump is panicking over reports that his lawyers had met with the DOJ officials on Thursday, where they reportedly were informed that Trump was going to be indicted over his role in the January 6th insurrection. And I don't just mean the Capitol riot, but things like the fake electors, intimidating officials, things like that. Now, taking to his favorite social media.
Truth, essential.
He wrote this. My attorneys had a productive meeting with the DOJ this morning, explaining in detail that I did nothing wrong, was advised by many lawyers, and that an indictment of me would only further destroy our country. No indication of notice was given during the meeting. Do not trust the fake news on anything. Now, that, of course, is in response to this report being released by NBC News, other major news outlets following suit, of course. But yeah, you can see the panic in this post. An indictment of me would only further destroy our country. No, it wouldn't destroy the country. In fact, it would hold up rule of law, which is kind of an important thing in our country. You know, holding people who commit crimes accountable. So it'd be the opposite. Now, that said, Stephen Chung, spokesperson for Donald Trump's 2024 presidential campaign, told CNBC in a text message that NBC report is incorrect. Well, now that's very interesting. I find that very fascinating because, they seem to be a little schizophrenic on this one, of two minds. For the last couple of days, Trump's joint fundraising committee, Trump Save America. I mean, it just occurs to me, Trump Save America kind of sounds like God Save America. Which makes sense because he thinks of himself as, I guess, God or the, whatever. Yeah, just the ego on this guy amazes me every single day. But they've been blasting out this emails like this for the last couple of days. Let me read it to you. Any moment now, Crooked Joe's corrupt Justice Department could yet again indict yours truly on federal charges, despite being a totally innocent man. But that means that in just a few days' time, we have the opportunity to cement this moment in the history books as the moment the American people proved they would never bend the knee to the left's tin pot dictatorship. Yes. So I didn't realize that you could stop a dictatorship by giving Donald Trump money. Interesting how that works out. Look, obviously, it's either going to go into his pocket or it is going to go to legal defense, which I guess would make sense in this point. In this case, I think he's going to grift all the way to the end. I think this is an example of that. Now, the NBC report also said that around the same time as the defense lawyers' meetings with prosecutors, the grand jury that could soon vote to criminally charge Trump had assembled in Washington federal court. Does that mean Donald Trump's going to be indicted? Not necessarily, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be. Look, he was asked to testify before the grand jury on Sunday. He had declined that opportunity. Now, usually when you're the target of an investigation, a criminal investigation, and you are asked to testify before the grand jury, that generally means an indictment is coming. So, now, in that case, would he testify? Well, that's a question. Well, on Wednesday, Trump had answered that question, saying this. We'll have fun in the stand with all of these people that say the presidential election wasn't rigged and stolen. Stolen, obviously, with two L's, misspelled. Trump wrote on social media site True Social, the trial of the century, in all caps. Yes. Sure. I actually agree with that. I think it'd be fun. Oh, I think it'd be fun. Get the popcorn ready. Can't wait. You know what's funny is that he says, well, it'd be really fun to be on the stand with the people that, believe in objective reality, that know the reality that Donald Trump did not win the election, that it was not stolen from him. He just didn't win. Now, does that mean that what is he going to go up in the stand and present evidence? Well, if he had evidence, why wasn't it presented years ago at this point? I mean, him going up in the stand and testifying, and supposedly bringing all of this evidence of the rigged and stolen election, stolen with 2 L's, Stalin, okay, or stolen. I don't really know how you're supposed to pronounce that. Don't you think he would have presented that already? Don't you think that that would have been something that you don't keep in your back pocket? You're not having, you probably shouldn't keep your powder dry on that one. All right, you should actually present it. I'm Rudy Giuliani, like 60 court cases, had the chance. I mean, it probably would have helped him if you had all that evidence. But the reality is, he doesn't. Of course he doesn't have any evidence. He never had any evidence. And that's why I don't expect him to testify at all. And by the way, if he has any good lawyers, he's got lawyers, but I'm saying if he has any good lawyers, sensible lawyers left, then they would probably tackle him if he tried to get on the stand. Because I guarantee you, if he does, it's going to be an absolute train wreck for him. And completely entertaining for us, for me. So I'm not against it. I look forward to it, but I'm not going to get my hopes up